We get sugar from fruits and vegetables. We also get sugar from the digestion of starch. When you eat a food that contains starch, such as potatoes, rice, or pasta, your digestive system breaks down the starch and changes it into glucose sugar. Later, we will know what is the relation between starch and glucose sugar. For now, we know that the digestion of starch produces glucose sugar. Also, processed foods, they contain a lot of added sugar. A can of cola has 7 teaspoons of sugar, which is a lot. A tin of baked beans has 10 grams of added sugar. It makes it a bit sweet and desirable in taste. Also, you get sugar from cakes, biscuits, and sweets. Now, for the important part, let's learn some chemistry about carbohydrates. Where does the name carbohydrate come from? It comes from the chemical formula of carbohydrates. Carbo means carbon and hydrate means H2O, water. So carbohydrates have carbon and hydrogen and oxygen in them, and the ratio between the hydrogen and the oxygen is the same as water, which is 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen. The chemical formula of glucose is C6H12O6. This means that there are 6 carbon atoms, 12 hydrogen atoms, and 6 oxygen atoms in a glucose molecule. Sugars. According to their chemical structure, carbohydrates are classified into monosaccharides, disaccharides, and polysaccharides. Saccharides refer to sugar, it means sugar. Mono, di, and poly means how many units of sugar are there in a molecule. Monosaccharides mean 1 unit or 1 molecule of sugar. You can see here glucose consists of 1 unit, fructose also consists of 1 unit, and you find these in fruits, honey, and also in table you find them in honey and fruits. Galactose is another example of monosaccharide. The molecule consists of 1 unit only. Now, what about disaccharides? Disaccharides consist of 2 molecules of sugar combined together. So if any 2 of these combine together, they form new molecules called disaccharides. Let's see some examples of disaccharides. The first one is lactose. Lactose is what? It is the sugar we find in milk and it gives it some sweetness. Lactose is a disaccharide. It consists of galactose combined with glucose. Now, this is a disaccharide because it consists of 2 units. What about sucrose, table sugar? It consists of glucose, which is combined with fructose to form sucrose. So the disaccharides are sucrose, lactose, and maltose. We find maltose in a lot of plants, and it consists of 2 units, glucose combined with glucose. Polymers of sugars consist of a large number of sugar molecules. Glucose molecules form many polymers. Examples of these polymers are glycogen, starch, and cellulose. Now, these are called polysaccharides. If you look at this drawing, each unit of these is a unit of glucose. Now, there is a chemical bond between them, and this molecule, all of it is starch, which is made of units of glucose sugar. So a polymer is made of units. The units are glucose sugar linked together chemically to form the polymer, which is starch. That's what we call polysaccharides. It means many units of sugar bound together by chemical bonds. Glucose also can form cellulose. Cellulose is another polymer made of glucose units. Again, each one of these is a unit of glucose. All of them are joined together chemically to form the polymer cellulose. These two are made by plants. Starch is a storage molecule to store glucose inside the plants. So the plant wheat, for example, made a storage molecule, which is starch, to store the glucose inside the plant. And cellulose is another molecule or polymer made by plants. It is found in the cell, the plant cell, and it gives the plant cell its rigid texture or shape. That's why it's a bit tough. Another polymer or polysaccharide is glycogen. This one is made by animals. When you eat a lot of food, your digestive system turns the carbohydrates into glucose sugar, and they are released into the blood. If the sugar is in excess in the blood, the liver changes glucose sugar into glycogen. That is glycogen, and stores it. Therefore, glycogen is a polysaccharide built inside animal cells to store the glucose in the form of glycogen. When you need more glucose, example like after exercise, glycogen is broken down into glucose and increases the blood glucose sugar. So polysaccharides, we have three examples: starch, cellulose, and glycogen. Two of them are made by plants and one is made by animals.